one of the many who will gun for Ledecky over the next quad. And Twitchell took silver last month in the 800 free at the Short Course Worlds, almost 10 seconds behind Leah Smith, graduated from Duke in 2011.
Yeah, this is a woman that has been around for a long time, 27 years of age, tremendous experience, been in this situation over and over again.
There's the start list at lane 8, Crystal Kobrich of Chile, 4-time Olympian, Athens, Beijing, London, and Rio, and a couple of times has been the flag bearer for her native nation. And Melanie Margalis already has a win tonight in the 200 breast, and she is in lane 6. Gold medalist in Rio, swimming the prelims of the 800 free relay as Katie Ledecky won her 3rd gold of those games.
And think about the double that she's had tonight, the 200 breaststroke, and then you go right into the 400 freestyle, a little over half an hour after 2 completely different events. I mean, Ryan Held, we saw the junior from North Carolina State, had a great double in the 100 free and then 100 fly, but this is a completely different set of muscle that you're using, going from a predominantly lower body stroke to a, well, at least in this race, an upper body.
Margalis just missed that individual medal in Rio, finished 4th in the 200 IM, 42 100ths behind Maya Dorado. She's 25 years old now. What's it going to take for her to get that individual medal in Tokyo in 2020?
I think she's really primed to have a great 4 years, Rich. I really do. I think she's just learning that she's really good in long course swimming. She's had a great short course career at Georgia and everything, but I think it took a couple of years to absolutely learn how to swim 50 meters. That's a completely different set of a mindset than swimming yards. My grandma can swim yards. It's a completely different animal swimming
Well,
yards.
your grandma's probably a pretty good swimmer.
She was pretty good, actually, I have to tell you.
8 lanes to the pool here in the 400 free. There's Sophie Harvey of Canada is in lane 5. Lane 3, Ashley Twitchell of the U.S. And I wonder if this race is a little short for Ashley. She won the 10K at last year's Open Water Nationals, her 4th Open Water National title.
Yeah, that's a completely, this is a sprint for her, no doubt about it. And in reality, in many ways, this race has gone from a middle distance race in so many respects to a longer sprint. And a lot of that is because of Katie Ledecky. She has transformed this 400 freestyle. And I think for generations to come, and I think you asked me earlier before we came on the broadcast, is can anybody catch Katie Ledecky? Or at least close the gap, and I think they can. There's no doubt about it.
But how? That's my question. This field has to be elated that she's not here tonight. How do they do that?
Hang on now. I didn't say that anybody was going to beat her. I just said I think they can close the gap, and the reason is because
so Leah Smith said, "I saw Katie's feet."
Right.
She wants to maybe see her thighs or her hips.
That's it. You have to do it in baby steps. And fortunately for all of these swimmers, and maybe unfortunately, they have 4 years to do it. Katie just seems to get better and better. She's already proven that in this early freshman year that she's having at Stanford, one of the reasons why she's not here. But I think you take these baby steps, and because they saw that, hey, you know what? She went 3:56. I think I can too. And I think for women especially, they have done a lot better job than the men in transforming this event into a long sprint. 102.7 right there. For Twitchell, you can see that she's done her job in getting out and using that early speed that she's been able to adapt to now, coming down from that 10K, 15, 25K. I mean, she can go all day at this speed, I think.
Ashley Twitchell of Fayetteville, New York, in lane 3 has the lead here in the 400 free. And just above her, Hannah Moore of Cary, North Carolina, a junior this year at NC State University. And below her in lane 4, Holly Hibbett of Great Britain, just 17 years old. Hibbett, British national age group champion in this event last summer for 17 and 18-year-olds.
Wide range of ages here. We've got 4 17-year-olds, and then it can all of a sudden jump up to 31 for Kobrich. Twitchell at 27, Gallus at 25. So you've got a great youth movement here, mixed in with some veterans, and 103.4 there, falling off the pace a little bit, but Twitchell really in control, Rich. Look at that. Great high recovery, very controlled, Hand is always wider than the elbow. Keeps that head down. Boy, these swimmers are really going to have to end up like Hibbett's going to have to go to her legs here in the last 50 or 60 meters to have a chance.
That lane line.
Yep, you're right. Good point there. Trying to catch a little bit of a draft, but the problem is she's just too far behind. You're going to catch that draft at the hips, not here at the end of the feet. It's more like she's facing chop right now instead of a draft.
So it's Ashley Twitchell, North Carolina Aquatic Club, who has the lead in lane 3. Coming down the final few meters here in the 400 free. And Mary Sophie Harvey of Canada in lane 5 is coming on strongly. And it's Twitchell at 4:08.99. And Harvey at 4:09.69 in second. And then Margalis in third. And it is a personal best for Ashley Twitchell at 4:08.99.
You know, in swimming, we're all about black and white. Especially now, when I talk about that, I'm talking about the clock. Our life revolves around the clock. So at 27 years of age, and you see Ashley Twitchell right now just in complete command, to go a best time at 27 in January, where you don't see a lot of best times. We're not going to say best time for a lot of swimmers, but again, so aggressive here going into the home stretch, runs that line forward all the way into the wall the last 5 meters. No arch in that lower back, staying straight as an arrow. Those hips snap nice and easily to get that long reach out in front of her. And then what a finish for Ashley Twitchell at 27, best time.
And Ashley is on the pool deck joining us, and 4:08.99, a personal best in the 400 free. Does that surprise you here in January to do that?
Yeah, definitely very unexpected. Didn't rest at all for this meet, came right into it from a training trip, so really, really happy with that.
You've had such a tremendous career overall, but especially in the longer distances. What's the motivation to move down to this 400, maybe even the 200 one day, and certainly the 800?
Yeah, definitely the longer ones are my better ones, but it helps me to train for the longer ones to have a little bit of that speed and you know, try to channel the easy speed in that 400, and hopefully that sets me up well for the 8 on Sunday.
So no plans to erase the open water part of your swimming?
Yeah, no, still doing that. I really like training both and competing for both. It helps break it up and keep it interesting for me. I still love competing open water, so I'm excited for Open Water Nationals in May.
Ashley, how do you and others close the gap with Katie Ledecky?
You know, she's obviously absolutely amazing, such an incredible athlete, and we're lucky to have her to, you know, keep chasing her and, you know, use her as motivation and training to try to get close to her.
Well, congratulations. Great job. Best time.
Thank you.
Ashley Twitchell's 4:08.99, her best time ever. Mary Sophie Harvey of Canada, 17 years old, in second. And Melanie Margalis, who had a win earlier tonight, finishes in third. We have one more race to go here on night.